Welcome to the Bob and Bob Show today on Digital Drive. I'm Bob Holtzman of ESPN, along with Bob Herrig, senior golf writer for ESPN.com. Bob, Tiger Woods goes out round one, shoots a 71, then says afterwards that he was really pleased with how he played. What'd you make of both his round and his comments?
Well, Tiger was going to talk a good game afterward. He's not going to let himself get down after one round, but clearly that was disappointing. To shoot 71 in conditions that were fairly benign, especially to make a double bogey on the last hole the way he did. If he could have got it in at 1 under, things would have looked a lot better. To be 1 over just seems a lot worse than he should have shot today.
He said that he thought this round could have been in the 60s. It certainly could have been higher than 71 as well, the way he had to scramble. Any red flags with his game right now?
No, not really. I mean, I think this is major championship golf. You know, you're going to have your struggles. If you're not exactly on, you're going to have some days like he had today. As you mentioned, he could have shot higher. He made a lot of really good par-saving putts. I mean, greens had been an issue for him. He putted very nicely. The ball striking wasn't quite there. He didn't give himself enough birdie chances.
He didn't play well when the PGA was here 10 years ago. Didn't play particularly well today. Is there any reason to be optimistic about his chances going forward?
Yeah, I mean, 10 years ago he talked about this being one of the hardest courses he's played, and here he's yet to shoot in the 60s, but that is what he's going to have to do Friday. In fact, he needs to get into the low to mid-60s, obviously, to get back in this tournament. You got to figure that with 60-some guys ahead of him, somebody's going to shoot a decent score Friday, and he's risking getting too far behind.
One of the guys who did shoot really well and deep into the 60s on Thursday was Jim Furyk. I know he's played well recently.
Right.
But how surprised were you by how he played today?
Yeah, I mean, Jim's not had a great year. He did have a couple of top tens in his last two events, but he had missed the cut at the Open Championship, missed the cut at the U.S. Open. That's unlike Jim Furyk, but he's kind of been in a slump for him. And so, yeah, this is a good sign going forward.
I think a lot of people coming into a major like this expected the scores to be closer to par than they've been. A lot of guys under par. Why such good scores?
The overnight rain, it took the fire out of the golf course. It was a little bit softer. They could go at flags. Balls don't roll into the rough when it's soft. And so, that's why we have a bunch of guys in the 60s. But as you notice, only one guy really went low. So that's the sign of a pretty tough golf course. You're going to see the scores rise as we get closer to the weekend.
Our coverage will continue on ESPN and ESPN.com throughout the weekend. Thanks for watching Digital Drive.